Hey guys, it's Zach, flying solo. This week we're going to be covering a few questions about traps, Horde Bash, and talking a little bit about Halloween. Before we do that, just wanted to make a note that in previous videos we talked about our hero balance and the fact that we needed to adjust the trunk of the tree in order to bring the ability damage into the place where it needed to be. We've done that in 1.7.1, so please go back and play, give us some more feedback. Early signs is that things are feeling better, that ninjas have become viable in the high-end game, but we're going to be continuing to read that. I've heard some reports that health traps now we need to go take a look at those. So it's on our radar and we'll be doing that soon.
Would it be possible to add elements to traps so they can be more effective against high-level enemies?
Yes, traps are something that we want to make sure are effective both in the early game as well as in the late game, making sure that they can do some type of elemental damage or that you have choice in how you do that is something that's important to us. We're going to be continuing to work on that. Two new traps that we've added coming out in our Halloween update should give you some more possibilities in that space, and we're looking forward to your feedback.
Why didn't you unlock Horde Bash to everyone's proper level?
That's a great question. It was something that we had talked about internally quite a bit about how do we want to allow players to progress throughout the Horde Bash mode. Initially, what we decided to do was start players from the beginning of Horde Bash, so that way they could earn the skill points necessary to be able to build out their forts and then to be able to play at the higher levels. As we saw community feedback, you guys were spot on. The challenge wasn't there for players that progressed further into the game. So, in 1.7.1 that we've released, we've made a change to allow you to progress from where you are unlocked in your main quest progression. We hope that is working better, and we're going to continue to monitor the change and see what else we can do to make Horde Bash a more enjoyable experience.
Why implement a progression system that will go away after the event and limit to 6 attempts per day?
So speaking of Horde Bash, there seem to be quite a few different threads on Reddit and YouTube and in our forums. And so what we want to do is take a look and try to answer that generally. So one of the questions that seemed to be coming up quite a few times was why can you only earn 6 skill points per day? One of the things that we try to do in the game is create limits that allow players that can't play 24/7 all the time to be able to kind of keep progress at the same rate as players that can play all the time. We're not sure if that 6 number is right, and we're not sure if the 24-hour period is right, but this was something that was easy to do for this event. We're looking for your guys' feedback, and we'll continue to monitor that and make changes as we go into next set of events. Additionally, one of the questions that come up was, why are we creating progression when it seems like this event's going to go away? Well, the progression is something that we are actually talking internally is like, hey, how do we want to preserve that progression into the next event for our next Horde Bash event? It's something that we're talking about. So we'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and feedback on, do you want to keep those skill points? Do you want to keep the choices that you've made? And how might you guys want us to allow you to use that progression in other ways? Oh, and to the Outlander fragments, yes, we missed it. We've added those in so that way they respawn, and that's updated in 1.7.1.
What happened to the Halloween event?
Halloween. We are so excited. Our team is, we're fanatic on Halloween. We've done some awesome things in the past. So now here we come. So Halloween event is going to be a story quest-driven event. We're going to have 8 new heroes. We're going to have 2 weapons. It's going to be an amazing experience. We have Hexylvania, where we've put together a new biome for everybody to enjoy, and the difficulty is going to be based upon where you're at in your quest progression. So that way, we're going to make sure that you're going to have some amazing content to come play. Look forward to more details next week. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate all the feedback. If you guys have any questions, please leave them here on YouTube or on our forums, and we'll be sourcing those for our next video. Have a good one.